Okay, hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rafael Markalvin. I am from Business Administration Department. I'm from the S team, and my mentor is Fathur Rohman. Welcome to my third task. So, in my third task, I want to review and give my opinion about the debate, about the arguments, about their rebuttals, and others from the debate video. So without further ado, let's we move to the motion. So the motion in debate video is this house will require prospective parents to obtain a license to have as a condition to have children. So I think the motion is good and interesting to review. Uh, and then there's five the following question that I will answer. First question is, what do you think about the overall competition? How are the arguments and rebuttals? So I think for the overall, the competition is good. Uh, each debater has good elaboration, has good argument, has good rebuttal. Their communication is also good, and their English is also clear and fluent. So I think for the overall about the communication, the argument and rebuttal, I think it's good. Then how are the arguments and rebuttals? So let's we move to the from the opening. Let's we start from the opening bench. So the opening government and opening opposition is focused about to protect vulnerable actor like the children and the women. The opening government brings that prospective parent must have to join parenting class and some assessment like mental assessment and other assessment to be parent because like I say, the opening government want to protect the children from the violence from the parents. Meanwhile, opening opposition not justified opening government arguments because opening opposition say it can limiting their rights, the rights to have family, right to happy because opening opposition thinks that keep our children is motivation for people to wake up from their difficult. Okay, I think from the argument and rebuttals, I think is good, but I don't understand about I don't understand about why then or why no one they no one say about the objective of government do that, like maybe government do that because government want to control the population issue in that country or want to control the economical country. So and opening government and opening opposition not not say about it. And also I don't find the characterization of motion like what is prospective parents, descents, license, and others. But I think it's still okay. It's still no problem because the motion is already clear. Okay, next let's we move to the closing bands. First is closing government. Uh, Closing government mentioned about the overpopulation issue and limited resource. Um, and open and closing government also bring about the abilities of parent, especially economical. For the example, like the poor parent, but they have many children or many kids. Okay, I think that's a good argument because the argument is important about the abilities of parent about the population. And they also closing government also brings about the criminality that come from the overpopulation, and also closing government say about the efficiency utilization of resource can be allocated to the various sector like education sector, health sector, and others and other sector. Then next is closing opposition. Then closing opposition is mentioned about the developing country, about how if that happen in developing country, that people still don't have enough education about sex. And also closing opposition mentioned about the abortion, about closing opposition say, what if a woman is already pregnant, but the woman don't pass the test? I think exclusive, because it can push the woman to doing abortion. There, to doing abortion. And I think it can, and the impact, it can be danger for the actor like women and children. And closing opposition is also bring about the abusive Asian culture as a parenting method to make children independent, and push the children to get self actualizing from their parents. So I think that's some argument is good and important. So for the conclusion, the opening government and opening opposition argument is good, but they are to focus about the society impact and for the children and the rights. But they don't mention about the other impact. They just focus about the actor. So I think the opening government on opening opposition scope is small. Next for the next is for the closing government. Closing government. I think the scope of closing government is pretty wide, because they bring about the population issue, criminality, and other sector. The closing oppositions is and the closing opposition argument is also good. They mention about the developing country, about that has a bit education, about sex, about the abortion, about about the mechanism, and also about the Asian parenting style. Okay, so I think that's my answer for the first question. So second question is about, which team do you like most? Why? In my opinion, the team I like most is closing opposition. Why? Because they have a good argument and they have a good rebuttal, especially about the sex education, about the psychological, about the abortion, and others. And I think their argument is pretty nice. They also give a good mechanism, like try to Asian parenting style, and I think their elaboration is also good. So the team I like is closing opposition. Okay, third is, which speaker do you like? Do you like the most? Why? Honestly, I like the first speaker of closing government. Why? Because actually the first speaker of closing government argument is pretty good. The intonation and speech is good, and also her speech is easy to understand. So I like the first speaker of closing government. So the fourth question is, which team should win it? I think the team should win is closing opposition. Why? Because like I say, they have a good argument, they have good rebuttal, they have good elaboration about the about the motion. They have a big scope. Okay. And the last question is, which speaker should be the best one? I think the best speaker of this debate is the first speaker of closing opposition. Okay, I think that's all about my opinion about the debate. I'm sorry if I have wrong with my opinion or my argument, especially for the winner team, for the best speaker, and others. And I want to say thank you for your attention, and goodbye.